streaming. I'm going to check to see if there's any delay. Testing, testing, testing. I'm going to disconnect here, get on YouTube. I will give you guys the stream in a second when I find it. What was the best way for me to do that? Oh, there it is. Share. There you go. Copy. Close. Here's the stream. Lounge. I guess we'll just share it in Lounge. Because YouTube. Remember. All right, should be good. All right, so we have nothing. Oh, I gotta start it. Hold on. Make sure that this should be good. And let's go down. All right, think or swim. Live chat currently available. Are you guys able to see everything okay? On YouTube? On YouTube? Yes? Loud and clear? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close down Discord. I'll be on YouTube. I can't do both. It's too much. All right. Okay. All right. Let me maximize the screen on YouTube. Oh, cool. I can actually see your chat. Woohoo. I was worried about that. Okay, sweet. Okay, so we have up here my Thinkorswim 6-bar, kind of like my FATMANG G complex. It's Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla, and NVIDIA. And these are the highest market cap stocks. And I just was wanting to sort of demonstrate sort of this power of base breakout with consolidation. So the first area here is, and I'm making sure, yeah, okay, that I'm, so you guys can hopefully see this okay. But the first area here, let me get the tool that I need really fast. All right. So this first area is down here, right? And this is the consolidative zone, right? When we break out of this zone and we retest it, notice that this right here, where we have this base, becomes support, and then we rip straight up. But now we have this up here, and I identified this for everybody up in the level 3, that when we move up here, it's likely going to be resistance for Apple, and then that could get you a scalp trade going to the short side on the indexes, right? Because Apple is moving according to support and resistance. So this resistance even here with this consolidation here, which resulted in a hardcore breakdown, I was calling this as resistance on Apple. I said, well, the indexes probably move back. That's what happened, right? So now let's go to the index. It's kind of interesting. All right, let's go to the index. Let's see if I can switch over. Top right, footprint, volume bars. Okay. Should be the right screen. Okay, cool. So you now see Apple is at resistance. Here's the E-mini. Here's the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ's out nowhere, no man's land here. But the E-mini is into its BPWC. Look, right up here. So this was the trade we called out earlier in L3 as a short. I took it. I didn't get out for enough. But this is now a short up here for the same reason, which is because look at where Apple's at into its. So let's use this tool again to look at what happened in the morning, right? You got this this up thrust here, right? And then we have this yellow flag, which then breaks up and doesn't go anywhere, right? So then when it comes back in, the point at which the longs are wrong is heavy resistance. Down in here, stops get triggered and more stops get triggered down below the lows. So where do you think resistance is? When this bull bar breaks here, that's now heavy resistance. So this whole area, see if I can delete all that, change it to yellow. This whole area is now resistance. Now look where we are here, up on this footprint. Look, these are the Apple's 5-minute bars. This is 5-minute bars. See that? Look, NASDAQ, these are 5-minute bars. These are volume bars. Now the NASDAQ's in no man's land. It's a little different here. Make sure I'm actually seeing the right thing. Then the E-mini. The E-minis at trapped traders. The NASDAQ not so much. The NASDAQ actually may rip to up here and then curl it down. And then this here would be support. So if you had, right, you got a short entry up in here, right, this is all BPWC. There's actual trapped NASDAQ traders. First level here. So 1, 2, 3. Not bad for being on a treadmill. These tools are a little better in Windows. I'm on Windows right now. So anyway, all right, we found the stops here on the NASDAQ. E-mini to the top of the range. Notice this combo L2. So if you're not a SpotGamma subscriber, you didn't get this trade, but there are a bunch of people who are SpotGamma subscribers that took the combo L3 trade this morning for big gains. One such fellow had 20 points, I believe. I don't know if it was off this level, but I think it was. So yeah, it worked out well. So, you know, this SpotGamma stuff, it does work. It does work. So anyway, this was support. Said it was likely going to be a support zone today, right here. So we got that. This drawing here is from leftover discussion this morning in the L3 room, by the way. Little did I know it was going to rip all the way to here, right? Hindsight, right? But you know, short term, you're just identifying possible bounce zones. So anyway, I digress, and I think I'm on that screen. Okay, yeah, I am. Let me check the chat. See if anybody's asking questions. So let's go back real quick to Apple. Apple. Okay, so can you see what's happening here on Apple? It's the same kind of movement, right? And then let's zoom in on all the other ones. You see how this is the top of this area? See all the little, we'll call them rooster tails? See how we just go into that and pull back? See how you can use it as an area? Same exact thing, BBWC, right? Base breakout with consolidate. So a little base here. We came up to it, rejected. Whew, big breakout. We've made a curling move. Back up to it. All right. Let's go over here to Google. All right. Oops. So Google pulled back, had a big bull bar. That failed, and it failed in this bar. So you would expect in this bar for it to be resistance. It happens to line up with VWAP. I like when VWAP fails, and then after it fails, right? Look, you're using all of this stuff to give you a short-term entry on the first tap. All right, let's go look at Amazon. Let's go look at Amazon. Amazon, not so clear to me. That's okay. Tesla, not so clear to me. If anything, there's a trend line like this that we're breaking. And Amazon, same thing, right? Let's see. Yeah, and NVIDIA is trying to put in a bottom, right? We could say if it breaks this area here, likely first, let's see. NVIDIA breaks this, probably going to 159.74, where there are some trap traders. We could tell that by this move. So you might get a little sideways, but the next area is right in here, right? Again, bull bar followed by breakdown. So all the price action folks with this engulfing bar, they're trapped still. You could tell that they're trapped because of this movement here. So look, you could get really emboldened up here. Let me go back up. You can get really emboldened shorting this market on both indexes. See, look, this is exactly where, let's see. Sorry, I'm just dealing with all this stuff here. See that? Right? Doesn't it make sense? This is a beautiful thing, right? This sharp pullback got traders and look at the move. Whew, straight down. This is textbook BBWC. So, but I'm hoping what you guys can see is that if you have the FATMANG G chart up, look, it's getting more complicated here. I get it. But for some of you guys, it's just another tool that you'll love. You'll be like, oh man, this makes a lot of sense because I'm used to looking at stocks, and you can actually apply the BBWC concept to the underlying stocks and then trade the NASDAQ really well. And if you have volume bars up, you can say, oh, well, look, on the NASDAQ, this is definitely resistance just from trap traders, right? And we realize that the NASDAQ is what? It's an index of 100 tech stocks, right? So this movement represents underlying movements in whole of those 100 stocks. So it makes sense that this pullback is represented by the actual underlying things. Let me go back here. Oy vey, I'm slowly but surely, right? That NASDAQ is represented strongly by Apple, right? The biggest market cap stock. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, right? These are all part of the index. So when the index, right, has shown us here that there's trapped traders, that represents the underlyings too. So it's not surprising that this thing from this level goes frump, and maybe test this. So now this is balance, balance, double balance. So maybe what? Low volume node, would you expect the low volume to fill in? Yeah, you would. There's probably stops under this level here. But now this is support, short term. So if you're looking to play short-term levels, right? That's what was resistance. Resistance now becomes potentially support right in the middle of LVN. So Andre was talking about in L3 the other day. He's like, these on first touch are often support. I agree. Notice it lines up with the swing high. So if you got the good entry, right? Depending on where your stop is, so that line is ugly. All right. That line is ugly. All right. So if you got the good entry, somewhere in here, where's your stop? Is it above this high? All right. So that's the corresponding is here. So where's your 1R? So if you got the good entry, you're at 1R right now. See that? Notice 1R is in range. So what? Take it. Take half. Maybe get off the rest half above the highs. Above the highs. Into what? Weakness. Which is about here. So what does that get you? 1.3 or 1.4 Rs. Maybe, let's say 1.25 Rs. If you took half here at 1R, you get the other half out here. If you got two contracts, you are good to go. My trader brethren and sisters. So anyway, do you see how using support and resistance from the FAANG G complex helps. Anyway, if there's any questions, ask them now. Otherwise, I'm going to get off, and we'll have this as a short-term little video here. It's been 15 minutes of live streaming goodness, and I can get back to Discord and chat live because I think these markets are going to make moves, and I got to trade. So, any questions? No? Okay, good. I hope you guys got that. It's look, I hope I was clear. Gotta go. End stream. I couldn't even find the button. Okay, we're good.